Hi, thanks for coming back to my channel. Today, since it's March, I wanted to start talking about some spring trends and get you excited for warmer weather, lighter colors. So we're going to start off with some liner. We're going to do a little bit of a cat eye. So liner is going to be a little bit more graphic this spring, as well as like softer pastel eye colors and some orange lips. So I'm excited about that because I do love the orange lip and just a glowing complexion. We're going to mix it all in. And I also have a surprise guest for today, so I'm going to have a little bit of an assistant slash model with me. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to start off with a gel liner. So I'm going to use my Maybelline, the Eye Studio. And I'm going to have my model slash sister. This is Natalie.
Hey.
So for the eyeliner, I'm using a thinner brush. It's an eyeliner brush by Tarte. So I'm going to line up the brush right diagonally from her nose, creating that cat eye. So I do have a tutorial specifically doing the wing with the gel liner on another video. So I'll link that in just so you get that basic wing. So you're going to do it the same way, and then we just add another part in a little bit. So you just want to smooth it out and make sure it's nice and even. And then in the inner corner, you'll see, it's kind of hard to see right here, sorry, but you do go in the inner corner and kind of create it going down into a diagonal. So that'll give you that cat eye shape. So here you can really see that shape I created. You just want to go down with the liner, just creating that nice diagonal. Now that her liner is done, we do want to give her a pop of color on the lips. So we're going to go with orange because orange is such a fun spring color right now. So I have a few options. I actually have some swatches for you guys. If you can see them, you can go with more of like a creamier tone, a shimmer, or even a sheer one. So I do have the Maybelline, it's their color Whisper, so this one goes on more sheer, it's more like a lip balm. And then the CoverGirl, it was one of their ombre duos. So they have a red and then a really shimmery golden orange. So if you wanted that shimmer, that one's really nice for that, even to layer on another orange. And then I do have a Sephora orange lipstick here. So that's the one we're going to use today because it does give the most intense orange out of the ones that I have. And we are going to line the lips. I'm going to use a nude liner just to make sure everything stays in place for her. So I have the Sephora, it's their Naked liner. Okay, now I'm going to go on to pastel eyes. So first you always want to prime your eyes. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay, the Anti-Aging Eye Primer. So you just want to use a little bit of that. So I'm going to be using my Sephora The Color Anthology book today, since I have not used that yet. And they do have a lot of different colors, so I'm going to be using this purple shade, the lightest purple, so that's just going to give it a nice, like a lavender, a really light shade. And you do want to use a little bit of a fluffier brush, but something still a little bit flat so you can kind of pack in the color. So you just want to go right on the lid, not too high above that crease. And this one does have a little bit of a shimmer too. You could go matte with pastels too, which is really nice. And if you wanted to have a more, I don't know, vibrant color, I guess you would say, if you really wanted those pastel colors to pop, you can use a base of a white eyeliner too. So instead of your primer, or even on top of your primer, that's really going to hold it in place, and it's really going to make that color pop a lot more. So you can really lay on that color. And even if you wanted to do a little bit in the inner corner, and kind of bring that around so it's nice and soft. And then with the blending brush, I do have the one from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm going to go in with an even lighter shade. Let's see this. Like a really cream, almost white shade. So that I'm just going to blend around the edges just to give it a finished off look all over. And that's it. Really, really easy. Then you can just go in with your mascara, maybe a little bit of liner. You don't really need too much because you want to keep it nice and soft. And then another thing you can do too, since you have such soft eyes, you can focus more on the face. So you do want, I don't know, I really like the idea of a glowing complexion. I'm over the idea of a matte. It's going to be spring, it's going to be warmer. You want to look a lot more healthy, a lot more glowing. So you can use a liquid luminizer. So I have this one here from Buxom. It's called Venus. So even if you drop a little bit of this in with your foundation, it's going to give it a nice glowing look, and it'll have a nice shimmer to it. Really, really pretty. Or even if you want to do a powder, I have my Sephora Stardust here. So that one's just a luminizing powder. You can dust that right on top of your foundation, dust that in the highlight areas. So this is a nice way to just look really nice and fresh face, ready for spring with your soft pastel eyes, or if you wanted to be a little bit more dramatic with your graphic liner and the orange lip. So there's a lot of different ideas to play with for this spring. So hopefully it starts getting warmer so we can enjoy the weather and all the new makeup trends and hair trends. And I do have a braid in today. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just your basic, really, really easy braid. But I know braids are big this spring. My friend Alyssa has a hair studio, and she's been doing all these crazy crown braids and buns with wraps of braids, and it's really, really fun. So definitely start playing with that. And I'll talk to you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you haven't yet, definitely subscribe, and always feel free to leave me comments or suggestions for new videos too. Alright, thank you so much.